Hi there, my name is Hardik and welcome to WotNot's monthly product review. In this video, we'll be going through all the new features and updates that our product team has shipped over the course of last month. Now, that being said, let's get into it. So there were four major features that we released in the month of November. They were App Market, contact updates, chat widget customization, and hide input on the chat widget. Now, going by each update and feature one by one, getting started with our major release, which is App Market. Now, we have been hearing this, and we know this for a fact that every business has been using, multiple tools to operate internally as well as externally, right? You make use of tools like Google Calendar, Calendly, Google Sheets, Slack, etc. Now, it becomes important that as a business, you have multiple or all the systems that you use on a routine basis to interact with each other, right? And the data is seamlessly synced between each system so that you don't have to manually, download that data from one place and import it on another. So we made that pretty simple by releasing App Market. And as the name suggests, that's what the space is about, where you can see all the applications that one would normally use with a chatbot listed down here. So as you see, we already have almost five new applications that we have currently supported, and there's a long list of other applications that we are currently working on and will be shipping, routinely. To add a new integration or to configure an integration, just click on the application that you like. You'll find the instructions here and how you could use that integration. You'll see which plan is this integration available on. So in case you don't find an option to add an account, or this button is not visible, it probably means that you don't have or you don't have access to this application in your business plan. So you can just go over to settings, upgrade your plan, and you'll have access to it immediately. Otherwise, to add a new account, just click on this add button. Define the details of that account, which are easily available in Airtable in this case, but you'll find it in the help articles that we have. Add account, and you'll find those accounts added here. And then once you've added the accounts, you'll find a green tick here, which signifies that this application has been configured successfully. And to make use of this application, just head over to Bot Builder. Go on to the bot where you want to add this integration. Let's say, for example, I want to add it here. I just click on plus, search for that integration, and I find it here. Click on it. That's it. I just connect how I want to use this integration, and it'll keep working seamlessly. And again, in case you don't have support for a specific integration, it'll look like so with a lock symbol. So all you need to do is just go to settings and upgrade the plan, and it'll be enabled for your account. So that's that. Second update is contacts. So we've made a lot of user experience changes here because we've heard from our users that this screen was not up to the mark. So we have heard and gone through all the suggestions and feedback that you guys had to offer. And going through each update one by one. First is on columns. We only had an option of checking and unchecking of the columns that you'd like to see, but there was no way to rearrange the blocks because frankly one may have a lot of variables that they may have defined on the flow, right? So now any variable that you want to move on top, just click on these 6 dots and drag and drop wherever you like. So the moment you do that, it'll be added at that point. Excuse me. Just select it and that'll be enabled like so. And the second biggest problem was that we were not able to filter the data. The only way you could do so was by exporting it in a CSV file and opening Excel or opening it in a Google Sheet. But we added a new facility to filter through contact data. So just click on this filter button, choose the variable that you want to filter. So in this example, let me just take the example of UTM medium. So I added paid as the medium. So if you want to add multiple filters or conditions, just click on add another and define what relationship do you want these two conditions to have, whether it's an AND operation or an OR operation. So let's say I want to use Twitter as the source, click on apply filter, and within a few seconds, the system will just filter out the data and just show me the ones which are relevant or based on that condition that I defined here. To remove the conditions, quite simple, just click on reset and you'll find the entire list of contacts here. And lastly, we provided an easy way for you to jump into the chat of a specific contact, because you always want to know how did a person interact when this contact details were submitted by that person, right? So an example, let's say you want to see Angelina's chat, just click on this icon here, which will immediately open a new tab on your browser, and it'll immediately take you to that point of conversation between Angelina and the bot or that agent, whatever that may be, as you see here. And if there are any details provided, it will be populated here, and you can just analyze and improve the chat. So that's that. The third feature is chat widget customization. So this was one more popular request that most of you were asking us, wherein although we have like multiple themes that you can choose from, but in case you want to still make changes to it, like change the fonts, change the the border radius, increase the size of the button, or whatever that may be, we have an option here now where you can just add in the CSS for the changes that you want, and just add it here, click on apply changes, and the interface would change based on the CSS details that you have added. So we have exposed some CSS classes, which you can find on the help article here. I'll definitely link it in the description of the video below so that you can directly come to this article. So use these class names and customize the interface however you like. So that's chat widget customization. And last but not the least, there was another user experience improvement that we made on our chat widget itself. Previously, the problem was that whenever someone interacted with the bot, the input box was always enabled, right? And since it was white in color, people always had a misconception that people could type whenever they want. But we removed that confusion from this place, and we only enable that input box whenever there is a block which supports it. So in this case, we are only showing buttons, meaning I specifically want the visitor to choose from these set of buttons, right? So I just click on it, and if the next block has an option where I can type something, meaning a collect input block, that is the only point where I enable this input box for you. So I can write whatever I want. Let's say generate leads, and as you see, it'll just become invisible again. So as and when there is an input box which actually requires an input, that's when it becomes visible. Otherwise, it just gets hidden. So this just helps overall improve the customer experience on the website while people are speaking with the bot. So yeah, I think that's it for this November update. I hope you guys like the updates that we shared for this month. We'll be back in the next month with a lot more new updates that we have in the works, which I'm sure you guys would like. Until then, stay tuned, and in case you don't have an account, please go to the website and try for free. Thank you.